Hi guys! Building block 3 is here and we are halfway through our building blocks for the 2024 CrossFit season. We just found out that the Open will start on February 29th and will go on for 3 weeks as previous years, and then followed by the quarterfinals, first for the teams and then for the individuals and age group. And what is cool this year is that they have increased the pool for the quarterfinals from 10% to 25%. So the season will be prolonged for a lot of athletes, which is very cool. So you better prepare for both the Open and the quarterfinals this year. So for this block, there are no big changes from the last block, but we will gradually start to lift heavier and do less reps. And that's both for the strength and Olympic lifting. And we will do more progressions that are specific for the movements that will most likely show up in the first part of the CrossFit season. So for strength, as said, we will start to do less reps, heavier weights. For the Olympic lifting, we will continue with our linear progression. And we'll also focus on, for this block, to get stronger in the positions where the bar passed the knee. So you will see more pull with pauses around the knee, both for the snatch and the clean. And we do this to work on getting the barbell more straight up and back to get into a better position when we catch the bar. For the gymnastics, we will keep working on our push and pull strength, and you will also see more gymnastic workouts with movements that are most likely to show up in the Open, so we can start to build rep endurance for these movements. Conditioning, we continue to build our engine. And what is important with the conditioning is that you keep the intended intensity for each workout. So we have, if you see the picture of the structure of the block, you can see different colors for different workouts. The red are zone 4 to 5. It's the really tough workouts, the really hard workouts, or the 100% workouts, as I call it, where you really have to push with everything you got. You should prepare both mentally and physically for those workouts so you can perform to the best of your abilities. Then we have the yellow, which is the zone 3 to 4. We call that the threshold intensity. I will talk a little bit more about that. And then the green, which is the zone 1 to 2 intensity. And this is workouts that should be really easy and actually give you better recovery for the next day. So it is important that you follow these intensities so that everything is not super hard. Physically is one thing, but especially like the mental part. Going all in the workout is really tough mentally. So to spread those two out on Mondays and Fridays, that should be easier for you mentally. And threshold, you can read more about the threshold workouts and why we do that in our Facebook group. Simen Aaslund has written a great post about that. But just so you know, like just a short info about that. Threshold is intensity you should be able to hold for about an hour if you push really hard. And that should be around 85 to 90% of your max heart rate. So I really recommend you to use a heart rate monitor. If you don't have it, see if you can get a hold of it so you can stop the guesswork and actually see that, okay, this is my zone 3 to 4 intensity. And the good thing about this is that we can keep pretty high intensity for a longer time without it affecting the recovery for the rest of the week too much. And this is a lot easier mentally than the 100% workouts that are the red ones. We have this month a daily squat challenge. It's 10 plus minutes of an air squat hold each day for 30 days. And you should sit in an air squat, relax, and you can accumulate 10 minutes during the day. You don't have to do 10 minutes at once, but just so you have 10 minutes when the day is over. And we do this to work on improving our positions for the catch of the squat snatch in the bottom, and also the catch of the squat clean. Like the bottom positions there, if we have good solid positions there, we can go deeper, we can catch the bar deeper, and we can lift heavy weights. So we recommend you to take a picture on day 1 and also on day 30, and to see the improvement you have on the positions. Friday movement flow. This is something we have done with our in-house athletes for a while now. And you will see in the program, we have put in 10 minutes of just playing and challenging yourself of movement flow. So you can choose the movements, you can choose what you do here. We will come up with some examples. But this is important just to be creative, challenge yourself, do things that are fun, and also that you don't do too much in the rest of the week. So be creative here and do this both as a warm-up, as a challenge for you, and also to like try new things that might show up in some competition someday. Training quality. This is probably the most important part to get better. And first of all, I would like you to think about what or how you can get the best possible training quality, and what are important for you to have good quality on a session. This can be like preparation, training partners, the day, time of the day you're training, the music, the environment, etc. And then for the next 2 weeks, you should put a number from 1 to 10 on each session or each part, if you are able to do that, each part of each session, on how good training quality you have. And after the 2 weeks, you should analyze this, and we want most of them to be over 8 out of 10. So then you should see, okay, if you have 4 or 5 on something, why is that? Is it because it's in the end of the training session? Maybe it's too long for you. You should cut down on the volume on that session, or maybe you're just tired, you can't keep up the intensity. Maybe you need to lower the total volume, you need to decrease the intensity on some parts, or maybe you just need to work on your recovery outside of the training. Lastly, we have a link to a form that we will love for you to fill in. It's going to take you about 2 minutes. It's just body scan. So you put in how your body is feeling, and this is just for us to see how your body responds to the training we do and to the program. And also we would love to give us some feedback on the last training block to be able to improve for the next training blocks and to give you the best possible program. So good luck for this, and see you next block.